A 95-pound black German Shepherd sat in the same kennel for 847 days. Across town, a veterinarian hadn't felt anything in 2 years. 2 lives falling apart in silence. They had no idea the other one existed. But on one random Thursday night, everything collided, and neither of them would ever be alone again. His name was Ronin, and before we tell you how their paths collided, you need to understand how far apart they really were. Ronin was surrendered on a Sunday morning by a man who said 4 words to the intake clerk. Can't keep him anymore. No reason, no paperwork, no goodbye. He unclipped the leash, turned around, and walked out like he was returning a piece of furniture. Ronin stood at the door for 6 hours after that. The shelter staff had to physically move him to his kennel because he wouldn't stop watching the parking lot. The first month, Ronin howled, not barked, howled. A deep, hollow sound that echoed through the shelter at 2 a.m. and made the night staff lock themselves in the break room. By month 3, families were asking to be moved away from his kennel. By month 6, the howling stopped. And that was worse, because when a dog stops howling, it means he's stopped expecting anyone to answer. His intake file grew thicker with every failed adoption attempt, returned once for being too intense, returned twice for scaring the neighbor's children, returned a 3rd time after just 48 hours because, and this is a direct quote, he stares at us like he's reading our minds. 847 days, 23 potential families, 0 forevers. Meanwhile, 14 miles away, Dr. Haley Novak was building a career and losing everything else. She had graduated top of her class, opened her own small animal clinic at 29, treated over 3,000 patients in 4 years. By every professional measure, she was thriving. By every other measure, she was disappearing. It started when her fiancé left. Not dramatically, not with a fight or a slammed door. He just sat down one evening and said, "I don't think you need me. I don't think you need anyone." And then he was gone. Her best friend moved to Seattle 3 months later. Her mother called once a week, but the conversations had become scripts. How's work? Fine. Are you eating? Yes. Okay, love you. Love you too. Haley filled the silence with work. 14-hour shifts, weekend emergencies. She became the vet who always said yes. Midnight calls? Yes. Holiday coverage? Yes. Anything to avoid the apartment that echoed when she walked through it. She wasn't sad, exactly. She was something worse. She was numb, functioning, efficient, and completely hollow, like a machine that runs perfectly but isn't plugged into anything. The shelter called on a Thursday. They needed a vet to evaluate a long-term resident. Routine check, they said. Haley almost declined. She had a full schedule Friday and a stack of lab results to review, but something made her say yes. She still doesn't know what. When she walked into the shelter that evening, the director led her past rows of kennels. Dogs barked, jumped, pressed their noses against the gates. Normal shelter chaos. Then they reached kennel 14. Ronin was lying in the back corner, not sleeping, not reacting, just existing. His black coat had lost its shine, his ribs were visible beneath the fur, and his eyes, those amber eyes that 3 families said were too intense, were staring at absolutely nothing. I see you still haven't subscribed. That honestly breaks my heart. Hit that subscribe button now. You need to see where this goes. Haley opened the kennel and stepped inside. The director warned her. He doesn't engage, hasn't responded to anyone in months. She sat on the concrete floor, pulled out her stethoscope, pressed it to his chest. His heart rate was low, not dangerously low, but low enough to tell a story. This dog's body was matching his mind. Both were giving up. She checked his joints, his teeth, his coat. Medically, he was treatable. Emotionally, he was somewhere she recognized because she had been there. That place where you stop expecting anything to change, where you function but you don't feel, where your body keeps going, but something inside has quietly packed its bags and left. "I know you," she whispered, not to the dog, to herself. Ronin's ear twitched, just one ear, the left one. A tiny movement that meant nothing to anyone else, but everything to a vet who understood animal behavior. It meant he was listening, not responding, not trusting, but listening. Haley sat there for 40 minutes. She didn't try to pet him, didn't offer treats. She just talked about her clinic, about the apartment, about the fiancé who said she didn't need anyone. And somewhere around minute 35, Ronin did something. He exhaled. A long, slow, deliberate exhale, like he had been holding his breath for 847 days, and someone had finally given him permission to let go. Stories like this remind us why some bonds are too powerful to be accidents. Haley looked at the director. "I'm taking him home." "Dr. Novak, this dog has been returned 3 times. I'm not asking." That first night, Ronin stood by the front door of Haley's apartment until 3 a.m., watching, waiting to be taken back. She set up a bed for him in the living room. He didn't touch it. He just stood there, guarding the exit, making sure he knew where it was when the inevitable happened. But the inevitable didn't happen. Not the next day, not the day after, not ever. By week 2, Ronin moved 3 feet from the door. By week 3, he was sleeping in the hallway outside Haley's bedroom. By week 4, he was at the foot of her bed. And one night, around 1 a.m., Haley woke up to the sound of a tail hitting the mattress, slow, steady, like a heartbeat. She reached down in the dark and felt his fur, warm, alive, present, and for the first time in 2 years, the apartment didn't feel empty. Today, Ronin's coat gleams like black silk. He's gained 14 pounds. He follows Haley to the clinic every morning and lies under her desk while she sees patients. He greets every dog that comes through the door with a calm sniff and a slow wag, like he's telling them, "It gets better, I promise." And Haley, she stopped saying yes to every midnight call. She started having dinner with friends again. She bought a smaller couch, one that's exactly the right size for one woman and a 95-pound black shepherd who takes up more than his share. 2 lives that were running out of reasons to keep going. 2 kinds of silence that had lasted way too long. They didn't rescue each other, they just finally gave each other a reason to stop being alone. Some people think rescue is a one-way street. You save the animal, end of story. But anyone who's lived it knows the truth. Sometimes the one sitting in the kennel saves you right back. Did Ronin find Haley, or did Haley find Ronin? Or did something bigger put them both in that shelter on the same Thursday night? Tell me in the comments.